Okay, so we are going to do daily sketch number 4 for art 1. And I got to make sure you can see this. So we have a stack of books here. We've got like 6 books. You can start at the top or you can start at the bottom, and it's going to be up to you. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get used to this camera, see what you guys can see. So what I like to do is kind of gauge how many books and where I should start and stop. So I'm going to look at this as the middle, and then I know I need roughly 3 books top. So about like that. And bottom, I've got about 3 books. Now I'm going to change that, I'm sure, but then that kind of gauges, do I have this tall enough? Where do I start? I'm going to start with the actual top book. And so I'm just looking at the spine, and it seems pretty vertical. And the width, you know, you're going to kind of gauge and get that as close as you can. The left and right side of that spine curves. And then I'm going to go parallel for the back of the book. But it's offset because this is angled. And this angle you want to try and get as accurate as you can. You can use your pencil to measure. And what I mean by measure, the angle is, I go like this, then you hold it up to the screen. See if I've got that correct. And front and back angles are the same. Right and left angles are the same. Top and bottom angles are the same. Okay, and I've got this rough shape of the book. I'm not going to worry about details right now. And that looks pretty good. Then I'm going to go to my second book. My second book, where it leaves and starts on this downward angle, is about a third of the way to the right of the spine, the upper. So I'm really looking at the objects next to the one I'm trying to draw. So this angle seems a little sharp. I'm going to flatten that out just a bit. Then I'm going to come to this back one because I'm going to be parallel front to back. And this would go all the way back here. And this spine ends about here. And this angle here would match my bottom angle there. And it seems a little sharp, so I'm going to make an adjustment. And that's why you want to draw really light. So there, I flattened it a bit, and then I'm going to draw the back side of that book, and I'm going to darken this line here. I like to end this curved spine so I know where this angle will start here. Now, is this going to look exact? No. We're just trying to match proportion. And you really want to pay attention to how far the book sticks out. I've maybe made mine stick out a little bit further than the drawing. I don't know if it matters a ton. I'm going to let you decide on yours. Sometimes if it sticks out too far, though, it will mess up the drawing and, you know, the book that then goes underneath. So the next book, I'm going to start, the spine starts almost to the edge right here. It comes about here. And then this angle is barely angled, so it comes just barely up. But this spine ends, I would say, about a third of the way from the left side. Match my angles. I like to erase any lines so I'm not confused. Darken up this bottom one again. Okay, and then I'm going to actual pages, and this just flattens right out under this book. Barely goes, and I'm going to match this angle. It barely comes out. You barely see it past this spine above. And remember, if you see the edge, that hardback below, bring it in, same angle here. Okay, I'm going to go back through and darken this up. And I'm going to step back and I'm going to look at it. This angle right here is a little sharp. I'm going to fix that, fix this, fix that, bring that back in. If I feel good about my proportions, I'm darkening these up. Not a ton of detail, just basic shapes. Okay, now I'm going to go to this fourth book. It starts about, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, about the fifth of the way here. And this one really curves. You're seeing quite a bit of the side. This seems very flat. I don't really see an angle here. And it barely sticks out past this third book. And you've got a little bit of detail, but I'm going to wait and do this back angle before I do detail. The spine sticks a bit past the previous book above. And my page curves about back here. And then I can go in and add that curved detail from the spine, make that cover a little thicker, comes up. This is maybe more curved. Or it's just a sketch. I don't care too much for crazy amounts of detail. I really just want to see that you can draw these books three-dimensionally stacked on top of each other. It looks really simple, but once you start, sometimes it can get a little complicated. But if you just bring it down to basics for each book and not get overwhelmed by all of them as a whole, it is kind of a simple sketch. Okay, 5th book. This one's a skinny one. Oh my gosh, there's 7. I said there was 6. I might have mismeasured here. Okay, so let me show you that so you can see better. This one is quite a bit angled and it goes way under. So I really want to make sure, measuring my angle here, that I get an accurate angle here. And it's going to stick out quite a bit. This book almost sticks out the farthest. Draw that spine, match that angle. Stops not quite halfway across, maybe just short a little bit. This is a longer sketch for sure. So I would watch my demonstration. You can start wherever you start feeling comfortable that you understand. But you're going to need a good 10 minutes on this drawing, I would say. Okay, and this one comes back here, here. It hides underneath of it quite a bit. Oh, let's match that angle. Make sure I don't forget it. Okay, 6th book. This comes almost all the way over, goes under here quite a bit. These ones at the end are kind of quick. I'd say it's in between there. Really pay attention to this depth. If you're drawing it way longer, that it goes farther back, that's going to read very confusing, and that might be an issue. Okay, last book. These bottom ones are pretty fast. So it starts over here. Straight across. Nice thick book. Probably thicker than I've drawn. Maybe a little bit more shallow there. And that's about it. Okay, like I said, just spend a good 10 minutes on that or more. In class, I wouldn't spend more than 10. If you need to work on it after class, that's great. Okay, good luck.